translated, although technically I got this from other site. My thanks to Commodore Last for giving me this link. Actually, he was the one I was planning on doing a live stream with on Kingdom. Unfortunately, due to some circumstances, that would had to be postponed. I'm sorry about that. So no Kingdom live stream this week after all, unless of course I find unless someone else, other YouTuber is willing to enter that one. But I don't know if I can ask anyone besides Dustin Reacts about that again. I think it would be a little bit unfair also. But maybe one day, Commodore Lass, you and I will have a Kingdom discussion again. Well, either way, enough about that. Thanks again for the links, Commodore. And this is the Kingdom chapter 544. And this is me, the Angry Enemy fan, the Despair Reviewer. Last chapter ended finally with Shin's army moving forward, and now they're forward again. Oh, and yeah, and by the way, we see a color page with Shin. And it seems like some of the guys on YouTube were right. I don't recall, who was it that talked about this? Was it King Recon, or was it Commodore Lass, or was it someone else? There was someone who said, if next manga is not, it does not have Morten's face on it, then I will rage. Well, it seems that they got their wish. This latest Kingdom manga release will have Morten's face on it, mind you. And he seems to have a little bit more purple-pink uh, uh, armor this time. I find it pretty funny that a guy who's dressed like that is such a flirt with the ladies. But then again, he's a typical Bishonen, so to speak. Either way, in this chapter, the newbies of the troops are all sweaty and nervous, seeing the damage that all happened. As Karyu 10 moves forward and gives them orders to spread out formation, they will. It seems that the Sao army decides to test their resolves. Elsewhere, Awesome decides to return to their HQ. I wonder why. Is it possible that the other general is there? And Shin and Awesome have a little talk. It's worth noting though that this time not Awesome, Ohon has eyes that are not really that much of conceited, at least not that completely. But Shin and Ohon have a pretty amusing dialogue here. I think this is as close they're ever gonna get as complimenting each other, which mind you, they are not complimenting each other. But in a way, I guess you could say, don't you dare die on me in these situations. Ohon warns Shin that the Gyoyun army is not some opponent to be taken lightly. Well, that's rich coming from him, but yeah, he is correct. As Shin also says, do not get killed by a stray arrow or something. Of course, Ohon ignores that. I guess that's the closest we ever gonna get to I acknowledge you like moment from both of them. Who knows? As Gyoyon decides to send in Shinroku to the newbies of Hi Shin units, it seems like this tests them all out, as a lot of the different, as it looks like the newbies of Hi Shin units are being overwhelmed. Shin stops Karuten from sending everything else, saying that, and here even Shin shows some moments of growth. I mean, I have cursed this arc a lot, mostly because Shin's character seems to be so wasted this entire arc, and the fact that all the other are prodigies while he is not. But here he surprisingly shows some clarity in a way. He actually says that he has a hunch that the enemy is actually testing the rookies to see if they are unbalanced or if they can get themselves unbalanced like that. I mean, he is an instinct general, so that's meaning what he means when he says he has a hunch. He also says, do not remember, after all, you should know by well that Hi Shin Unit ain't that soft. As Kanro, the guy who we have seen rises up, suddenly the Archer brothers jump in, as the older one fires the man while the younger one fires from the horses. This gives Kanro a second wind, as if this guy actually managed to survive this war, then I think he's gonna go places. Why? Well, he may not yet show that much talent, but it does give the game gang a little bit a reason you suck speech that actually motivates them to fight even fire. He says to them, If you cannot stand up with strength after kids are giving you support, then you better off dropping off the hitch unit and run back to your farms, you useless sacks of shits. Getting that, the wounded guys all get up and proclaims they are not gonna let Kanto or anyone else mock them. As they proclaim their Hi Shin units, they begin their counterattack and surprisingly manage to overwhelm a lot of them, much to the mm, frustration of the one who ordered the attack. But unfortunately for him, he is surrounded by a real ace of the Hi Shin unit. And given to the fact that they are all dressed like him, including having swords like him, I think we can say that this must be his personal armada. Didn't I forget who that guy was? You know, the eye patch guy. But I think there have been some guys who have said that he has a personal sword army, and he is the best swordsman in the Hi Shin unit. Well, unless you count Karyo 10. But Karyo 10 is in a different league, and Shin is the captain who has brute strength. Even the sword guy acknowledges above him. So, in a way, I guess this is what you can call surprise. So, well, if they manage to grow accustomed to the battlefield, the newbies of the Hi Shin units will definitely become stronger. And so the real troops of Sao begins to move. Ka-10 mentions that the Gyoyon once was the pillars of the previous great heavens, a hero of the past. However, Shin proclaims that if I defeat him, I become a hero of this era. He knows that the Gyoyon is strong, but this battle will go down in history, so he must carve his name into the battlefield and win this. Will he win this? Well, we just have to see, won't we? The battle, the real battle, starts now. It's basically this chapter. All in all, a pretty okay chapter. Not that much complaining. At the beginning, it looks like pretty embarrassing to see the rookies fall under that, but pressure can give you that. And the fact that Kanto, of all people, gave them the reason you suck over there, even though he has shaken the most, and even though he stabbed the guy on the floor, he really did show moments here that, yeah, we shouldn't wimp out like that. Moreover, they're showing strong loyalty to the Hi Shin unit after all also. So I guess this moves forward. And now we're gonna get to the real good parts, I think. Next parts, will Shin slay Gyoyon then? Well, sorry. I think he will. Mostly because he must. If he can't, then Shin's character is wasted again. However, the two pillars of the previous Great Heavens, I think they're gonna fall this battle. Mostly because they're old relics, and I think even losing them will not contribute so much to Shin, China's side, although it may very well be like that. I mean, they are still powerful legends. But I think it's true what Shin says. If I defeat him now, I'll become a hero of this era. I think their eras are meant to end right here. In fact, those two are even prepared to die on this battlefield because this is the battlefield their Lord talked about. Time will tell if that will be so. So who will Ohun deal with? Will he deal with the other one? Well, he did say return to the HQ, but who was at the HQ now again? Well, either way, again, sorry about the collab. The collab has to be put on hold. But I'll do an update video next Saturday to tell you what I plan on doing later on. In other words, peace out and give me your thoughts if you have any.